Okay, so just to prove this is actually right, I'm gonna create a new world, and here I'm gonna move. And right here we're gonna spawn in. Alright, this is very laggy. I'm gonna locate a stronghold. I'm gonna go to it, and this is a stronghold chunk. Right now that we know, we have 2 render distance. I'm gonna open my pie chart. I'm gonna set it to, come on, I'm gonna set it so we can know all the entities, block entities. So we know we have a mob spawner. That means we have an actual portal room and this 2 render distance. And so we're gonna run in one direction until we don't have any spawners. The max chunks you can run into is 6 in this case. So right now we are at 4, 5, and 6. This means it's broken. So there's probably a dungeon somewhere out here, or it's, yep, dungeon. So I'm gonna do another stronghold right now. So this is one of the cases that are very bad, that you just don't want. So this is a chunk of a stronghold. I'm gonna reload my pie chart. We are still at render distance. Maybe 1 because I guess my game is broken. And reload my chart. When there's no chest, that's probably a bad sign, so I'm just gonna go back. Let's start to the other side. Okay, we didn't, so there's probably a mine shaft or something down there that is ruining everything. Yep. So these are the 2 structures that can just ruin this strategy pretty much. It's sad, but I mean, it's the problem with good strategies. There's always some things that won't work. So we're just gonna TP somewhere again, and hopefully this is gonna work. So new stronghold, new day. Oh Jesus, that is rare. So we're just gonna make it go up. So right now we have a mob spawner at I guess 4 render distance. Oh great, it just bugged. Okay, so we're just gonna run in one direction. 3, 4, and here we go. We don't have a rendered, well, I guess a spawner. So we go 1 chunk back. Now, because we have 2 render distance, we're gonna go 4 chunks in left or right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 chunk up, and then we're gonna continue that way until we hit the spawner. Oh, I'm an idiot. So you need to reload. Wait, no, you don't. So rendered it. I guess mob spawner. So we're gonna go 2 chunks in the diagonal. Should be this chunk right here. Then let me mine down. Just gonna block this water right here. And we should hit a spawner, aka probably the, yep, portal room. So that's really quite nice to have. It's might be extremely useful if you're doing this very fast. Unfortunately, you need a lot of movement, which can ruin a lot of time. And be careful with the lava, because you can just easily fall in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, but after this I'm gonna explain to you how this works, and hopefully this is gonna be used, because it might be very revolutionary. So you probably wonder how this works. Well, it's kind of simple. So let's say this is the chunk of the stronghold. this is the end portal room, and this is me right now. I have 2 render distance, so these are the chunks that are loaded every square. And so we don't know where the end portal is because we are at the surface. But for now, I'll just put it here just so you know. Now I'm gonna explain the first thing or calculation we're gonna do. So render distance is gonna be RD right here. So it's render distance times 2 plus 2. In this case, it's to render distance times 2, which is 4, plus 2 is equal to 6. So this is the max derendering, because when I go right here, I know there's a spawner right here when I open the pie charts. And so when I go right here, we shouldn't have any spawner near us if you reload the pie chart. Now there's a slight bug that makes it still render and like 3 fars away if you go like this in that movement. But if you just still get a spawner, that's probably because there's a dungeon or a mine shaft under the stronghold, which pretty much makes it that the strategy doesn't work. So now for the derendering, we're gonna check that out right now, because that's the max distance to know if there's, like, for example, if the end portal was here, we still wouldn't like render it in. Wait, no, right here. But if we were here, we will still do. So what we do is we go and those 4 directions, which one you want, and we're gonna go, in this case, still we don't know. So every chunk you go in, we're gonna reload the pie chart, so until you don't have any spawners. In this case, you're gonna have to go right here. So now that we know there's no I guess spawner or end portal room chunks, well, we're gonna go 1 forward. You are still not gonna have any spawners. And then the next thing we're gonna do is render distance times 2, which is rendering. This is to render the I guess the end portal room, to guess, because we know it's in this row right here. And so we're gonna go to the right by like this. Then right now the render distance 2 times 2 equals 4, so we go 1 2 3 4 chunks away, so right here. Then we go 1 up right to the next chunk, and we shouldn't get any spawners because, for example, this is the render we have right now, and so we're 1 chunk away from getting to render it. So we're gonna run in that direction until we hit a spawner. So right here we're gonna hit it because it's inside our render distance. So in our pie chart, we're gonna know if we reload it every chunk again. And when you know that there's a spawner, you should know it's in that direction. So we're gonna do the next calculations, which isn't really a calculation because it's just a render distance. You're gonna do a diagonal path, so just go 1 chunk right here and 1 chunk right here. Then you dig down, maybe at the middle of a chunk, close enough, and you should get a spawner. This works with even dungeons and mine shafts. So that's pretty much it. But for example, I'm gonna take an example. If I remove my end portal and then I put an example right here, gonna be, as we know, we go here, and then we're gonna go right here. We're gonna go 4 to the left, which we should be up here instead because we need to go back 1 up. Then we're gonna go one chunk up, so we have nothing, and nothing here, nothing here, nothing here again, but here we're gonna detect it. This is the maximum, I guess, though, and so we're just gonna walk 2 chunks in a diagonal path, and we dig down. So that's pretty much how it works completely. So yeah.